everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of the WINEFINE podcast. I'm half of your host, Giovanni.
Namazima,
Hey,
how you
hey,
doing?
I'm fan freaking tastic, man, or woman. Gotta be careful with,
Woman.
gotta be careful with them. What do you call
Pronouns?
that again?
I think it's pronouns.
Got to be careful with the pronouns nowadays and stuff. People don't know how to handle that stuff. Like but man, it's freaking great. How was your day today?
It was good. Picked up my daughter this morning. She's doing her hair. Everybody's chill in the house.
Excellent,
Yeah,
excellent.
everything's cool. Hi, Carol.
Hello, man. It's just
Mhm.
been it's been a this cold weather. Like I don't care. I don't know. Just despite being from New York, I still don't get used to this cold weather in Georgia. I'm like good on this cold weather in Georgia.
Mhm.
Kind of like
Can you hear me
considering.
clearly?
Yes, I can hear you loud and
Okay,
clear, which is
awesome,
beautiful.
awesome. I'm using regular headphones today.
Excellent.
No Bluetooth.
No, no Bluetooth. Got to be wired in. We got too used to being on Bluetooth lately. There's times that we got to be plugged in order to.
Yeah, I mean, it's unreliable. So
True.
you're just trying your best to stay connected, and the best way to do that is through wires.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, my weekend, just basically boring weekend. I mean, not
boring
really boring.
weekend.
Probably boring for other
Say
people, but for
productive.
me, productive.
Yeah,
Being a
gotta make
digital
the most of the
creator, got
time.
some editing done, got some recording done, and can't wait to post that stuff on the net.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So, everyone just tuning in, thank you for tuning in to the Wine Fine podcast. You can catch me on all platforms at Camp Jogo Fit. That is KampJogofit. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Same thing, Wine Fine. Just keeping it simple how it's spelled. WINEFINE podcast on YouTube. Help us get our subscribers up so we can just definitely go live straight from YouTube. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. Where can everyone find you, Azima?
Yeah. I'm Azima. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram as Azima the Only, Azima the Only. And on Facebook, you can find me on Ozidi Wellness and Fitness, as well as YouTube as Ozidi Wellness and Fitness. That's OZIDI.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So, you know what I seen funny on social media today that was just hilarious?
What'd you say?
So, Nat Geo determined what everyone would look like in 2050, and they had
Mm-hmm.
all these pictures up with Nick Cannon, basically with all these different hairstyles and slightly different features and everything. So, he's definitely populating this earth. I don't like wow, that he's just really staying relevant by having a new child born like every week.
Every week. I don't know
Every
what
week.
number this child is, but that's a lot of
Can you
kids.
guys hear me?
And it seemed like yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? So,
Yeah. Then I seen like another article where he was like he pays over 3 million a month in child support. I'm like, wow.
mm-hmm. Does
Can
he?
you that's what the article said. I mean, I didn't really read too much into it because I'm just like, why is this even like relevant? We got bigger
Oh,
fish to fry.
it's distraction,
Yeah.
distractions from things that are more important, like your health. Because I was looking at Nat Geo. This is a official show that they have on Disney Plus, and they're talking about how humans how we're going to be living in the year million, which I think is a over exaggerated on the year million part, but basically us in the future and how we're going to be augmenting ourselves, not only physically but mentally. Basically being more psychopathic. What's that word I'm looking? I think psychopathic, right? Um, Enhancing our intelligence and all that stuff through augmentation. So, but
Yeah, there's only
today
one
we're,
way.
huh?
There's only one way to heighten their intelligence, and that's critically thinking and
Mm-hmm.
have emotional intelligence, of course, and of
Mm-hmm.
course feeding your brain things that matter.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
food that matter too.
how different languages. Learning
Mm-hmm.
learning soft skills,
Mm-hmm.
learning skills that will help you to progress in the future. Not necessarily, oh, just put a chip here, put a chip here. It seems like there a lot of the movies we seen back in the day or like shows. It seems like they're just really starting to become true with them wanting
Mm-hmm.
to inject us with all types of things. So
Mm-hmm. Well, people, heading in towards of augmentation. That's what people are doing. It's already started.
yes,
And maybe not mentally, but physically.
right.
Hmm.
Crazy world we live in, man. But it's all good. It
Hmm.
is what it is. So y'all, let's get into our topic today. So, we talking BBLs, Brazilian butt lifts, a
Hmm.
real famous, a trending surgery that is really just making waves, especially over these past couple years. It
Yeah.
was definitely something that mainly adult entertainers got, but now it's just really going to the whole population of women,
Hmm. The full population.
the full population, yes. And technically, from the risks to me kind of like outweigh the benefits because
Yeah. Like it says on the bottle.
right. And it is one
Yeah.
thing is for sure is that there's beauty in women looking different. Not all of us is meant to have a hourglass shape. Not everyone is meant to have a apple bottom or even a pear shape. There's
Hmm.
some beauty in having a celery shape. There's some beauty in having a triangle shape. It's
Hmm.
I feel like it'll be kind of a boring world that if all women look the same. And when you're
Hmm.
looking
Yeah.
at women that have BBLs, they all look the same.
Hmm. Yeah.
And you
That's true.
definitely don't want to do that. So, one big risk that you kind of set yourself up for when you're dealing with BBLs, especially if you're getting like a tummy tuck with that, which um, they are going to be sucking the fat out your problem areas and then injecting to someone else somewhere. But if you're not with a qualified doctor and you want to make sure that there's somebody who is like double certified and everything,
Hmm.
they have a track record so that way they know how to minimize the risk of that flesh eating bacteria that you can be susceptible for if you are getting a tummy tuck.
Yeah.
Um, Here in the
That's true.
United States, they do limit the amount of fat that they can suck out of you. But when you're dealing with countries like Colombia, Dominican Republic, they can go beyond that limit that the U.S. has here for transferring the fat, taking it out of you, then transferring it out to the other area.
Yeah, I
There's
was
a reason
reading
for
an
that.
article. They were talking about that the UK tried to limit the use of doing BBLs,
They should.
and I mean they can't stop it because it's not illegal, but they try to suggest a limit. on how much fat you suck out. You know,
Yeah, and Colombia is
there's only
definitely
so
one of those
much.
countries that you can suck more than the limit out. And yeah, you'll
Hmm.
have that nice, hourglass look,
Hmm.
but is the doctor you're going to qualified?
Yeah, because I'm thinking like people get the BBLs. I mean, like, how do you know that they're just taking the fat? How do you know they're not taking something, muscle? How do you know how far they're going when you go to places that are not reputable or good to go to?
They
Why
don't.
why take that risk? You know,
You
it's
know, it's all
crazy.
for, it's all for vanity purposes. I mean, I I can't say what a woman can do with her body. Um,
Hmm.
I will say that, if you are going to do it, make sure that you do your research on your doctors. And most importantly, make sure you stay here in the U.S. Don't be thinking that just because, oh, that's all it costs for me to, get this done in the DR, or this is all that it costs for me to go get this done in Colombia.
Hmm.
Because when you think about it, you're actually going to be paying more because you still got to remember get your plane ticket. Not only you getting your plane ticket to go to Colombia to get your BBL, you also got to have enough
Uh-huh.
money for your recovery. And I think where a lot of women get this messed up is that they think that when you're getting this BBL that you're just going to magically stay like that forever.
Yeah,
And that's not the case.
that is correct.
There's maintenance that comes with it. This is a rich woman's game that a lot of women are playing here. And you know what's
Hmm.
even sad about this? Like here in the United States, to finance a BBL, you just need a credit score in the 500s.
Really,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
you just need a
That's
credit
that.
score in the 500. Yeah,
500 is very low, so they're lowering
exactly.
the standards just so you can go into debt for a BBL, let alone
Exactly.
risk your whole life. That's
Right.
crazy.
Yes. And as far as the maintenance, like right after your BBL, you absolutely have to get massages after that. And that's so they can get the lymphatic system going because you are going to swell up because your body is used to have like the fat that's in your butt and the fat that's in your stomach, the fat that's in your arms, it's there for a reason. So it's like when you're
Hmm.
taking that out of there and putting it where it wasn't before, the rest of your body has to adjust to like, wait a minute, we didn't have this much fat here before, like, and it's almost like the
Yeah,
body is fighting itself,
exactly.
and that's kind of scary. But you definitely have to get the massages after that. You definitely have to have your recovery time because if you don't get the massages after that, you set yourself up for fibrosis, which that is going to be hard scar tissue that's going to be present on your skin, and it's not going to be a good look. Here
No,
you are,
I've seen
risking your
it. It
life,
doesn't look good.
right?
I've seen it.
How does it look
Um,
to you from what you've
it it
seen?
look. It doesn't seem like the scarring has really gone away. First of all, and sometimes if it's not cared for, it keloids, so it has like a weird shine to it or
Mm.
bubble effect.
Yeah,
you know and like you said, if you're not caring for it because you don't have the money, the rich money that's supposed to care for the money period to care for it, it starts falling apart you know
yeah.
so
So this is a rich woman's game here, like, and
yeah.
not only that, you gotta exercise and eat right after that. I know I've seen so many like funny like reels or TikTok videos where it shows a woman that just got a BBL and she's like sitting in the back. She's in the back seat of a car and laying
Mm.
on her stomach, but she's eating some fried chicken because she can't sit on her butt yet. eating some fried chicken wings, eating all this stuff. So if you don't learn the discipline of
Mm-hmm.
how to keep it intact, you're basically setting yourself up for another surgery.
I know somebody I'm following on YouTube who got the BBL. She got the hips done. She took the fat out of her, let's say, her stomach. I think it was her stomach, and put it in her hips and her butt.
Mm,
Mm.
mm.
And she's doing pretty well because she's eating right and taking care of her body, exercising and stuff. So you have to you have to follow procedure if you're going to do something that dangerous. You got
Yeah,
to take care of yourself and create and maintain it.
yeah, you're
You
pretty
know,
much setting yourself up for being on that diet for life when you're doing that.
yeah, basically, because from what I understand, is those fat cells. What? Whew,
Fat
this,
cells are like sponges.
yeah. So you're removing, and I just think that something so dramatic. I think when you don't take care of yourself, it can get out of control.
Oh yeah,
You know, so that BBL and then gaining weight on top of the BBL is just going to make your butt look morphed into something else if you're not taking care of it. If you're not maintaining the muscle under the butt, under the fat under the butt, you know,
and your
you got to take care
cardio.
of the yeah.
Like they ain't gonna be no
Well,
binge
isn't the
drinking.
whole point?
Not that it's healthy to do binge drinking, but there's gonna be none of that stuff that you were used to previously, eating unhealthy, not exercising, because that's definitely gonna be a must that you do exercise to keep it. So it's like if you have to do that anyway, why even go the BBL route? I'm grateful because I, definitely worked in that environment where a lot of women around me had that surgery. And here I am with my natural body, you know, doing my
Mhm.
thing. So,
Yeah.
and, and I
But
tell you,
isn't the point to look better when they do these BBLs? Why would they want to gain weight on top of that and misshapen everything?
well, there's, I know one lady way back when she was just all like, yeah, I want to gain some extra weight and then I want to have them. Now, mind you, she already had some surgery and stuff. She did get the illegal butt injections, and so she said when she, gets older, that she wants to take more of that fat and put it on her butt. And I just simply told her, I was like, don't do that. She's like, I should leave my butt alone, huh? I was like, yeah, leave it alone. And here,
Mm.
I'm not, and it's not, when I tell people that, it's not coming from a place of hate or jealousy. I'm just telling you, leave your body alone. There's a reason
Right,
why you're shaped the way you are. It's
right,
Exactly.
genetics, it's, bone structure, muscle structure. Your your body gains fat in certain areas for a certain reason, and I don't.
exactly.
That's God's plan. That's
Right,
God's plan.
right.
So, but another thing on the maintenance, when you come in, when you talk about BBLs, you have to constantly also go to a body couturist as well. That's part of the maintenance. And if you have a really good, skilled board certified, you need to be certified to be a body
Yeah.
couturist too. That's not just something you can do on, take a class and then all of a sudden you can be
Hmm.
one. You have to have either esthetician's license or a beautician license in order to be qualified by the state to do body contouring, lipocavitation, laser, and the whole shebang. Um,
Yeah.
they also do like vacuum therapy to make sure that the fat stays where it's supposed to be. Lots of skin tightening, and that's not a cheap. Um,
All that costs money.
it Everything costs money, so
Yep. And that's why
this is
everybody's going to these inexpensive places to get these procedures done, the BBLs, the breast implants, but we're specifically talking about the BBLs and risking their lives.
Yeah.
Right. So let's get into the video that was talking about the young lady who did go to the DR. So we'll play that video
Mhm.
real quick, and just everybody just let me know if you could hear it.
Okay.
A really good friend of mine, she had a BBL. She had a BBL, and let's just say now she's walking around with one kidney. Do what you want. I really don't care. But if it risks someone I love possibly dying, then it needs to be spoke about. When did it become such a trend to just roll the dice? Roll the dice. I might die. I might not die. I got 3 to 4 kids, but I want to get a BBL. She goes to DR, right? She gets the surgery done. She had lipo and she had a tummy tuck, and then she has a physical, right? But since then, she was complaining. She was complaining of just body aches, headaches, just feeling really heavy all the time. It shows up she only has one kidney. So down in DR, this botch organ selling doctor took one of her kidneys. She thought she was getting the steal of her life. She was like, 3,500 for all that. Yeah, sign me up. I care about our next generation. What's going to be the next killer trend that is going to put females' lives at risk? What's going to be the next one? A really good friend of mine, she had a BBL. She had a BBL. So, and let's just say now she's.
That's a good
Yeah.
question. What is next? You know, we at first it was the lips. Oh, was it? I mean, between the lips and the boobs. Now
And
it's the butt. And
what's
why?
scary
Why is it the
about that
butt?
too? The way it seems like when you get one surgery, it's like a tattoo, right? When you get one
Mhm.
tattoo, then you want another, then you want another, then you want another, then another. And I see
Mhm.
that that's definitely I see that with women who do get like one surgery, and then like, you know what? Let me go get another surgery, and then another surgery, because I know
Mhm.
there's a. I remember this one girl or chick that I was around. She looked fairly young, but she had her breast done. But then she was also talking about getting Botox injections in her face and stuff. And
In her face.
she was young. Like she looked
Mhm.
young. Like I thought she's in her 20s and everything. And
Mhm.
that's what seems to happen when you're dealing with women that are getting surgery. And here,
Yeah, it's
for the
like you want to
video
start, you
women,
want to do one thing, and then you're trying to perfect the next thing and the next thing, and then it snowballs, and you look like a cat woman.
yeah, and yeah, we don't want to like, hey, like, man, I'm still today still mad at how little Kim looks right now because I'm like, man, she was just
Mm.
so pretty back in the day, and now,
She was a
she,
beautiful woman.
yeah, she definitely was. Now I
Mhm.
understand that she did have to get her nose done due to domestic violence. That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was the reason why she got the first surgery on her nose
Mhm.
because of that. But
Yeah.
then it's still a snowball effect after that. So you're like, okay, well, if I can improve this, let me go improve that, and take care of
Mhm.
this. And
Yeah. I'm supposed to get my nose done for because of a deviated septum. It ain't happening. I will forever struggle to breathe.
yeah, and a lot, you know, if it's really messing with your ability to breathe, then you got to do what you got to do. But if you don't want to do it, hey, I'm not mad at anyone who doesn't. You know.
Mhm.
Um, Now with the video here that I just played, this is a young lady whose actual friend said that she went to DR and got her kidney taken out,
Mhm.
and that's so freaking scary. Imagine
She
you
got
didn't
robbed.
have any of those health problems before, and now
Mhm.
because you wanted to look like a, a hourglass goddess, because you wanted to um,
You
just
wanted
look
to look
so
like Jessica
fine,
Rabbit.
like Jessica Rabbit, exactly. Now you just got one kidney. Now you're gonna be
Mhm.
on medicine for the rest of your life,
Mhm.
going to the DR because you wanted a BBL and only wanted to spend. She said 3,500.
think they're pretty close.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's really cheap. And
Mhm.
there's a lot of those doctors out, a lot of them quack doctors out there, and women have to be extremely careful about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but again, I'm not telling women what you should or should not do with your body. I will say, please just be smart about it and
Mhm.
stick to a doctor in your country at least, because
Mhm.
at least that
Exactly.
when you're dealing with a well qualified doctor, they can look out for the risk and everything. And number
Mhm.
one, when you're going to these countries outside, you don't know who these doctors are. And
Mhm.
also, in that video, even though she just did a little excerpt of what happened, she also said that doctor, she found them, her friend found it through Instagram, and the girl video that they had on there using her as like advertisement was somebody they just got off of Google.
Wow.
It was like a fake account because she was saying, "Oh,
Mhm.
this doctor's great. He did my BBL. I look so
Mhm.
wonderful and everything." But it was a situation
Mm,
where that he was nowhere to be found after her realizing or going to another doctor that she only had one functioning kidney.
wow.
And this
That's
is the risk
crazy.
that you take, especially since the organ market, the need for organs is really, really huge.
And they
It
it
is
don't seem like it matters where it come from, because
no, it doesn't. Like no, like
they'll just scoop you up and take whatever they want out of you. You know.
exactly, exactly. And the even more funniest part about it is that you hear a lot of guys online saying that they don't even like this. I probably in my lifetime only heard one guy say that he liked fake butts.
Mhm.
I remember I told that to one of my Facebook friends, and he was like, "Yeah, that guy would deal with a trans woman too." I'm like, "Yeah, I could see
Okay.
that." Yeah,
Well, it would make sense. Yeah. They have no
yeah.
choice. Yeah. But
And also during the pandemic, you wanted to make a point that there were a lot of surgeries during that time when we was
yeah,
experiencing the pandemic.
in 2020 alone there was over 40,000 surgeries done on specifically for BBL. That's a lot.
14,000.
40,000. And um there was a 2017 study published by the Aesthetic Surgery Journal that found that 2 out of 6,000 BBLs resulted in death. That's a lot.
Said 2 out of 6.
6,000. 2 out of
Six.
6,000. And
Two
there's
out of six
40,000
thousand.
done in a year.
40,000 done in a year. Wow. Out of and two. Wow, that number right there. Because I'm in here like doing the math, like the dude on Hangover in my
Uh-huh.
head. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Little equations.
Like
You're like, what does that
like
even equate to?
40,000, two out of, and it's and I know there's been times when people try to influence me to get a fat transfer and stuff. Working in
Uh-huh.
the adult entertainment environment, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like no, like I'm good. I have no problem with my body. Like I'm
I'm trying to figure
comfortable.
out why would
And,
even somebody come and say that? Doesn't make any sense. Like what is your concern that I do this?
I mean, but there's a lot of people that do that, and there's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of women that get those type of surgeries just because someone else influenced them to do so.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
I'm
they
not
feel,
easily influenced. I can't
yeah,
imagine somebody come to
right,
me and tell me, "Hey, you should get a BBL." Where did that come from? Why are you looking there? Why are we having this
yeah.
conversation?
So I remember when I first came to Atlanta, not first came to Atlanta, but when I moved back here, like about the early 2010s and everything. around
Mhm.
that time, it was somebody said to me like, "Oh, we gotta get you an Atlanta booty." I'm like, "No, the fuck not doing that shit," because because I know when I first was around some women that were getting it, so I was just like, so like, what are they injecting in there to make your butt so plump like that? And nobody could give me no answers.
Mhm.
So you can't give me no answers. Why am I gonna put my life at risk for that? And not
Mhm.
only that, it may look nice, but a lot of those women that have these injections or these BBLs, they don't be looking happy.
I don't know
It's
about
very rare that
happiness. I don't know about the happiness part, but it don't look comfortable.
it. No, it
It
don't.
don't look comfortable. That's from my, from me seeing from my eyes. It don't look comfortable. I don't know how they feel internally. It's not like somebody with a BBL has come up to me and said, "You know what? I just don't like this BBL."
Well,
But
hey,
I can say it looks uncomfortable.
Cardi
Very.
B did say that she did regret getting her butt shots.
Oh, I didn't
She
know
did
that.
say that a while back. I do recall her
Mhm.
saying, and so I basically had to do my own research to see what they're basically injecting in these women for these BBL, for these butt injections. So when I did my
Mhm.
research, they're putting fix a flat in there. They're in what I
That's
forget what.
horrible. That's
Yeah,
really a botched. That's a botch. But they, those are the same people who went to somebody's apartment building to get their BBL.
yeah.
So,
Like Cardi
you know,
B, she said that she had went to a lady's basement in the Bronx to get her butt injections,
oh, that's
and
horrifying.
I forget what show, what movie, little mini series I was watching, but Fat Joe was in it. I forget the
Mhm.
name of it, but there was a chick there. She was like, "Oh, why won't you let me perform and stuff?" And she basically had to do like the injections
Mhm.
for her to
In order
be
to
like,
qualify.
to be in the show. And in
Mhm.
the show, she went to a hotel room. The lady had these huge syringes filled with whatever substance, and it was like basically burning her right when
Oh.
it was injected in her
Mm
booty.
mm 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 mm.
Hold on, we
You
got a
got a
comment
message.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what.
So first off, I know I wandered into the wrong room, but what's a BBL? I,
Oh,
I'm
a
just curious here.
BBL is a Brazilian butt lift. That's what a BBL is, Mike. Yes. It is a butt augmentation.
Well, butt augmentation. Yeah, basically taking the fat cells from other parts of your body, whether it be your
Mhm.
arms, your back, your stomach, your thighs, and injecting it into your butt so you can get that nice hourglass shape that God did not intend for you to have, or genetics did
Correct.
not intend for you to have.
Some of us were meant to be shaped like a rectangle. And I'm
And
okay
there's
with that.
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, because what 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 is valuable in a person? Is it their physical attributes?
I mean, most would say yeah.
Most will say
But
yeah.
you
But
you
good
you you're
faith.
wanting that physical attribute with some health attached to it. You don't want
Exactly.
damage. You don't want artificial. You want a natural body. You want a
Yeah.
natural human being, right?
And then like, hey, think about K Michelle. She's a
Mhm.
R&B artist. She was somebody who got pretty much surgery and everything to look the way she did before, and she had to get all of that taken out of her butt. She had all
Yeah,
these
I
like
remember that.
plastic
She said she
substances.
removed it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that looked so painful. There was this
Ugh.
years
Ooh.
ago, this fitness influencer or fitness trainer that I used to follow. I'm like, wow, her butt looks great. But then finding out that she was one of those people who got butt injections to look the way she does.
Mm.
And she totally, her butt totally looks different now. She has to go, her butt like basically exploded, and they had to like take out all that muscle. And that was
That's
with
the
K
worst
Michelle.
when you lose the
They,
muscle.
yeah, they had to take out all of that, and it definitely looked painful,
Hmm.
very, very much so. So,
Hmm.
hey, ladies, don't be too blown away by these social media influencers that you see that have great bodies, so-called great bodies. A great body is a healthy body that can move and
It's mobile.
run, walk. There's a lot of things that we look past that we should be grateful for, that are
Hmm.
blessings, and that
Correct.
is health. Because who
Hmm.
wants to? Because I'm sure, like with K Michelle and then the fitness influencer that I just mentioned, they're gonna have to be on meds for the rest of their life. Um, another one of the basketball wives, Tammy. I remember hearing a story about her where she went to a strip club and got with one of the girls and was like, "Hey, where'd y'all go to get y'all, butt done or whatever?" And they told her she got it, and she was another one that was on national headways talking about, "Oh, I wish I didn't do this."
But what would she refer to? Like, she has money, right? Why didn't she just go and do her research, find somebody that was
And that's
reputable?
another thing. We think
I don't
these celebrities
understand.
got money when they really don't. Reality stars really don't, make that much money. But
Hmm.
hey, you know what? Spice, reggae artist. She
Hmm.
was just in. There was rumors circulating that she's in a coma and in the DR, and there was some people saying, "Oh no, that's not true." But then eventually, it did come out that she really was um, getting some surgery. She had surgery before, but I guess she was getting some more done. So that just go back to the point that I made before, that getting surgery is like a tattoo. Once you get one, you want to get another, you want to get another, and another, and another. See,
Well,
because Spice,
it's saying that her body went into sepsis.
mm-hmm, and,
Yeah.
and that's all dangerous.
Hmm.
It's
So
all
the
dangerous.
infection went into her blood.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and
horrible.
it really is horrible.
Yeah.
So, and I'm
Yeah.
grateful that she's still with us for the sake of her children, because
Hmm.
I don't think any children should have to experience that. So
Hmm.
good thing is she is better. She finally made an Instagram post saying that she's okay now, which I'm glad she's okay. Um, good thing is her having all those followers, that they can see that, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this.
Hmm.
Sure,
Yeah.
it looks nice, but there's a lot of risks that come with it.
I don't
Just
see
like
any benefit of it at all. Like, even to get it just for the looks, I don't see the appeal of it. Especially if somebody, let's say you're getting it and you're not physically fit, your thighs are thin, your butt is big. It's so obvious you did something. It doesn't match. Most booties that become big is because the thigh is growing with it. It's
right,
a it's like the support system to the butt
right, right.
to carry the load. So if your butt is big and your thighs are really thin, it's really hanging. And I think there's a term for it called diaper butt.
Ant booty, ant booty.
Ant booty, I call it diaper butt. It looks like they
You
got a
got
big
ant
diaper on.
booty, diaper butt, and man, I remember there's this I remember looking at a website for this strip club in Birmingham, Alabama, right? So the chick I seen, they showed her butt or whatever. She real
Mm-hmm.
skinny. I'm like, is that butt hers? But then when I
Mm-hmm.
seen her in person, I was like, oh my gosh, her butt really looks like a saggy diaper. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Also, what happens too? A lot of these doctors will say to these women, "No, I'm not going to do no surgery on you because they need to know if you had surgery within the past couple months, within the past year, whatever, and they'll
Correct.
turn you away." But then
I've
there's
seen
always,
bots. That's how they do it. They always they vet
oh,
you before you
yes,
come in and try to get anything else.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. And the sad part about that, they always going to be that doctor that is going to go ahead and do it.
Mm-hmm.
They're always going to do it. And
Yeah.
I really think that, and it's good that for yourself that you don't see it as a benefit. That just goes to show that you're comfortable in your skin, you accept who you are. The downside about other women is that they'll allow themselves to be influenced by what's going on in the media. They'll let their self consciousness take over, and
Yeah.
that's not a good look.
No.
But
I was
yeah, go
what were
ahead.
you gonna say? No, I was
No,
gonna
I was
say,
just gonna
I was
get into
talking with
the
my
next
husband about
video.
it, and he basically said he said, I don't think a lot of men are interested in it, and his concern is if a man is with a woman with a BBL, it's probably because she went and did it while they were in a relationship, while they're in a relationship. So he has to support her in her BBL journey, or he manipulated her into getting it.
So that's a great segue into our next video here that we just need to listen to real quick.
Hmm.
Oh man,
And
we
if
have done
anybody wants to make a comment, you can press the button, the talk button, so you can say what you want to say. Um,
absolutely. All right, so we ready to hear this next video, and this is coming
I
directly
am.
from a man, ladies, about these BBLs. So here's what he had to say. Sexually attracted. Women are often poke at men and say men will hit anything. And to a certain extent, it's kind of true. But just because we desire to have sex with a woman doesn't mean we desire to actually be with that woman. Sadly, it doesn't even mean that we like her. A lot of times we just be looking at free breast and booty while simultaneously overlooking all the things we don't like. And then the things we don't like end up being the things that women think we do like. Oh, they must like that kind of outfit. They must like the way she acting. No, she just naked. Oh, her lights done went up since she had her breast surgery. Yeah, but she also wasn't showing us all that before she had her breast surgery. Whether the body is real or fake, thick, skinny, or in between, when it comes to free booty and breast online, we gonna like them pics regardless. It don't mean we actually like you. Well, I just put up an important post where I said, men don't like BBLs. Men are just sexually attracted to naked women. And women with BBLs just tend to be the most naked. Now, mind you, I didn't even say attracted for real. I said sexually attracted. Women are often poke at men and say men. So, you heard it from the
I
man
It makes sense
himself.
to
To be the
me.
most naked. Now, mind you, that be a lot of men.
I know it's my husband because he said it. He said exactly what he said. He was like, the BBL and the breast implants ain't stopping him from looking, but don't mean that's who he wants to be with. It's just he just looked. He like, oh, look at that, and that's it. And my husband don't even like shit half the time. He'll just scroll. He look, and then he'll scroll past it. That's the type of person he is on social media. So but remember we were talking about views matter. So
Yeah.
the views go up. You think somebody likes something when it's just, hey,
Yeah,
you're naked. I had to look.
people mistake views and likes for value. I mean, if you're putting something out there of value, then yeah,
Mhm.
views and likes matter. But if it's like,
Mhm.
you're just like, oh, look at my new chain, and you really just having your breast all in the camera,
Mhm.
yeah, people are gonna look.
Speaking of that, the women, I like he said, the ones that have the tendency to be naked or half naked majority of the time are the ones with the BBLs, and they're the same ones who do exercise videos where all you see is their ass. They're like, oh, I'm gonna do this yoga now, and we're gonna go into child's pose and all you see is butt cheek.
That's me, but
I'm,
some of my videos is like that.
but
No, just
you
kidding.
get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
It's if that's the one that shows up on the feed, it just looks like people give a shit, you know. But he's saying they don't. But you're supporting them because if I'm over here, or we're over here doing regular stuff and we're trying to spread the message of health and wellness, and we ain't getting the views because our butt is not out.
Hey,
It's
the good thing.
pretty whack.
Well, no, actually, it's not whack because if you keep on doing it and you're consistent with it, eventually your time will come.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the good thing is it doesn't take a
Just
lot
not
of
as quickly
people.
as the lady with the BBL.
Yeah, so it's just all about finding your community. And it
Mm-hmm.
just so happens that, when you're dealing with somebody who's posting stuff online and they happen to have a BBL or any type of
Mm-hmm.
surgery, just that their community is going to be wider because that's still like promoting to other women, oh, this is what you need to look like. It's really just hitting people on their confidence.
Well,
I'll
yeah, the emotional level or lack thereof.
right, exactly.
And oh, I want that kind of attention. And I guess, you know, it's the insecurity and
Yeah.
what you're not happy about yourself,
And
you
I'll
know.
use myself as an example. Like back in the early 2010s and everything. I remember I would wear my hair like really really natural and just be in my
Mhm.
natural body. And I remember this chick asking, she's like, "What do they like? Why do they like you? What what the like?" I just looked at her and didn't even respond. But it's like looking back now, it's like, what the fuck do you mean? Why the men like me? Like women clearly need to understand that men like different things. Men
Mhm.
hit will have sex with a woman with no butt. They will have sex with women that are ugly. They will have sex with women that are pretty. They will have they will hey, if it's available to them, and I'm not saying all of them either, because there's a good few of them that do have standards and that are not um geared by their lower level instincts.
Mhm.
But when you're dealing with the majority of them, they will fulfill their sexual urges. And a
Yeah.
lot of times it's just the point of them to say, I conquered that. That's that male ego. It
Mhm.
has nothing to do with if he's in love with that woman. It has nothing to do with if he wants to invest in that woman. And I think that's where women get that messed up. They
Okay.
think that just because a man is attracted to this, that's how she should be too. I've never looked at another woman and that had like surgery and be like, oh, I want to look like her, or she had breast implants, I want to look like whatever. I will be there with my saggy breath and like whatever, with my real butt,
Mhm.
because I know that I know my value. You know,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Like I would
Mhm.
never say to another woman, "Why does that guy like you?" Because when you do that, that's just basically saying that I don't see the value in myself. That
Mhm.
I don't see the value in myself, and that
How can I
I'm
get like you?
insecure.
Tell me what it is. What's your secret sauce? Tell me
Yeah,
what it is
like
about you that he likes so I can acquire that and then he can like
uh-uh.
me too. Yeah.
Just be yourself. Be yourself.
Mhm.
I don't like a lot of women set themselves up for failure looking at the next woman asking why a man likes that. I've never in my life asked that about another woman. I don't care why a man is attracted to another woman.
I honestly never thought to ask
I
that
never,
question.
those
I'm
type of
like, oh
questions
well,
never crossed
and
my
move the
mind.
phone.
Never. I don't ever say stuff like that
We
or
got a
think stuff
comment
like that. Like, oh
or
my God, what
message.
has she got that I don't have? I don't never think that. Why? Let's see. We got a comment here.
And that's because society indoctrinates young women in films to have their value and self worth tethered to the male gaze and male validation and
Yes.
male approval, which leads them to make detrimental decisions as far as risky surgeries, BBLs, breast augmentation. Because anytime you go under a knife, there's a risk that you won't come back up. Hey, you guys, loving the
Hi,
podcast, loving the
Veronica.
topic.
Hey, Veronica. That was a comment from Veronica. Thank you so much for chiming in. And it's
Good point.
you spit nothing but facts there. It was
She hit
nothing
the
but
nail,
facts
the
there.
hammer on the head. Yep.
Really.
I
And
don't know
man,
why I don't feel that way. I don't know if it's the upbringing. I what is it that makes a woman want to please this man they don't know? You don't even know him. You trying to
same thing.
do
It's the
things
same
for
thing.
him.
Like with men that just want to deal with any woman, they the need to want to conquer them.
Mhm.
Women, it's the same thing, but just in a different way. Just to
Okay.
say,
So
oh,
you're
I got
saying
it. Yeah.
the goal is just to conquer and say this
The
guy,
goal
all
is
these
just to
guys
conquer.
like
Like
me.
that's that's what's wrong with our society. We just want things that we really don't want,
Don't
just to
want.
say that we have it.
Yeah.
That's selfish, and
That
that
is so true.
that's got to be a mental issue as well.
Mental issue. I think it's I guess it's a natural thing. I want things that I don't really want, but I don't think I'm at that extreme. Like I don't want to be surrounded by men. That is the most horrific experience. I would never.
And that's exactly what will happen if you get a BBL. You know, of course, they're going to be looking at you. It's going to bring a lot of attention to you because
Yeah,
men
but you
are
don't know what
visual
their
creatures.
intent is,
Yeah.
and I don't think women when it's like painting yourself into a corner. I got the floor painted, but now I'm in this corner. I'm surrounded. How the hell do I get out of this position I put myself into?
Mm.
You know, how do I back out now? And you can't. You're surrounded, and that's all. That's like my whole goal in life is not be surrounded. I would never attract that level of attention. I don't care how much attention I want. I wouldn't do it in that manner because you don't know what the intent is of these people. You
Exactly.
know? Can you
Like I
imagine?
know, speaking for myself, I know ever since I was young, I naturally got attention from everywhere. So for me to do any of that, I don't need any more of that attention. As a matter, you know,
Mm-mm.
it's weird. I am a walking contradiction. Like it's like I like the attention, but I don't like the attention. You know,
I like talking, but I don't like talking.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
What am I doing here?
like, what am I gonna do that? I get enough attention on my own, just posting my workout videos and
Uh-huh.
my reels. I don't try to show my butt. It just so happens that the
I
workout
have
clothes
one.
I wear is
Mm-hmm.
accentuating my butt. That's what it is. I don't try to do it.
Yes.
I may be doing, demonstrating yoga poses or demonstrating circular motions that can help with hip mobility and everything. And it just so happened
Mm-hmm.
the guys are watching it. What so what
Yes.
do I need to bring more attention to myself for by getting a BBL, getting breast
Greatest
implants?
point ever.
Why? It's pointless
That's
for me personally to do that. I already got that attention effortlessly
exact
just by being myself.
exactly. And if only these women knew that the attention they already have the attention. No matter how much they don't notice it, they have the attention. Somebody is
Exactly.
always looking. No matter how what the beauty standards are, somebody is looking and saying, "Wow, look at that." There's no need to enhance your cheeks, to fill your lips, to put butt implants or breast implants or any of that stuff because somebody's looking. Look at half
Exactly.
the women, the models out there, the ones that they're flat chested. The whole point of them being the model, the tall, slim, barely have any boobs, is because they have to fit in the clothes that the designer makes. The designer
Yeah.
looking at them and saying, that's a valuable woman to me. That's who I'm looking for. She don't have that much hips. She's a canvas. it,
A
it
walking
it's meant
canvas.
to, it's a walking canvas. You're meant to be that way. There's women who are built, they got muscle, they're strong. Somebody said, oh, you can't be a model, but Nike wants you because you look like you're strong, you have strength. You're gonna take your strength away to look like that model that's working for the runway. You know what I mean? Like, if you saw the value in yourself, you wouldn't change, because somebody sees it too. But everybody's trying to have this black butt. They're trying to copy something because they see it working for her and think it's going to work for them. And next thing you know, they're in the grave because the fat was pumped into a major artery that went straight to their heart.
And then you said black butt. Black butt doesn't mean that every single black
Every black
woman or
person has
melanated
it.
woman have butt. Not everyone is shaped
Correct.
that way. You know, you look
Correct.
at women from, let's just say, Somalia. Women from Somalia are shaped different from women from Nigeria. And
Yes.
women in the South, in the US, are shaped differently than, I mean, we just come in all sorts of flavors and designs that we all just need to embrace. So
Mm-hmm.
you are limiting yourself, you are pulling down your confidence the moment you look at another woman and say, I need to look like that, or why does he like her? You are not
Mm-hmm.
looking at the light within yourself
Mm-hmm. Correct.
when you're asking these questions, or when you're looking at another woman salty because she doesn't look like you. Embrace yourself. That's the most important thing.
That's the message for today. Embrace
Oh
yourself.
my goodness. Wow, look at that. It's already 8:59. Wow, it didn't
I
even feel
know,
like
right?
it was, you know?
I was like, oh, we got half an, no, it's 8:59.
Yeah. So we got some
Yeah.
good, we definitely got some good points in there
Mm-hmm.
about this whole BBL subject. Ladies, embrace yourselves. Just look within yourselves and find your value that you truly have within your soul. It's
Mm-hmm.
great if you look good on the outside, but that's not your only value. What's
Mm-hmm.
gonna determine your value is your heart, your mind, your spirit. It's not gonna be how your body looks, because
Mm-hmm.
that can fade, that can go away at the drop of a hat or a drop of
Yep.
a pin and
Anything can
everything.
happen. You can be mean. Then it really wouldn't matter
Exactly.
at all. So,
Yeah. You
but
you get
I'd like to think, maybe the one of the reasons why, we think the way we think is because of our influence we have in our lives. Our
Yep.
mothers.
Yes. Yes.
you know. So, I was told I was enough, and I believed it. And I think a lot of people are not told that they're enough, that their body is enough. And no matter how much you change, you know, you're the changes you go through in life with your body, your mind, and everything like that is just a benefit. It's not a downfall. It's not something that's gonna devalue you or anything like that. It's gonna be appreciated, especially by the people you have around you. So, they're not seeing those changes. They still look at you and see the youth in you, or the memory of you when y'all first met as friends and stuff like that. Or it's when you change yourself, you're changing the relationship, because they don't know who you are now if you're making these changes,
All right.
or what possessed you to do it. you know so, like, what did I say wrong that made you think that this was okay to do to yourself? So, end up questioning your relationship when you make these kind of dramatic changes.
Yeah.
I hope that
So
made sense.
it absolutely did. So
Yeah.
ladies, all we got it like the best thing that we can do to be to feel good with ourselves is to definitely take that time and have that self care. Adopt
Look in the
a
mirror.
fitness program. Definitely get into some type of activity because then when you're doing that activity, it will release some feel good endorphins and everything that we all need
Hmm.
to feel good. So
Yeah.
this was a great. I love that we was able to talk on this. We're gonna be here next week. We're gonna talk about body count. You know, there's been so much going on out there about body count, but we got to talk about body count next week, same time, same place. We'll upload this
Who do you think has the higher
episode.
body count, with men or women?
Yeah, we're
That's a
gonna
good
get into
question.
that, man. There's a lot of stuff to cover with that. So
Okay.
we'll
I'm
also
there for
upload
it.
this episode on YouTube because we recorded this so you can see our pretty faces. And
Yay! Finally, successful recording. Woo! Good to see y'all.
yay! So excited. So, where can they find you, Azima?
Oh, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram as Azima the Only. And you can find me on YouTube and Facebook as Ozidi Wellness and Fitness. That's OZIDI Wellness and Fitness.
Yes,
Okay?
and also go to her clothes page as well.
Oh,
Her
yeah.
yes, very nice fit.
www.cnlny. I got athletic wear with African print designs.
Yes,
So, for all shapes
such
and
nice print.
sizes.
Yes, and so you can find me on TikTok, IG, Facebook at Camp Jogo Fit. That is KampJogofit. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and on YouTube as well. Um, you can also go to my website, www.camjogofit, and order yourself a nice waist posture trainer and hip bands to get your nice workout in so you can get that nice round rump that works for you
Yes,
and
and
only you.
supports, and thighs that will support your butt.
Yes.
Yes.
And giving that inner strength. And you can
Yes,
also
yes.
subscribe to for workouts. Love it. So yeah, we will definitely be here next week. I'm so glad that we were able to do this. Thank you for all that chimed in. Truly,
Thank you,
truly
Carol.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Veronica. We really
Yes.
appreciate your
Thank you
thoughts.
so much.
Really
Love it.
appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful evening.
Have a good night, ladies. Peace.
Take care.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye bye.